welcome to 2K Sports. Richard, at what part of the season do these road trips become more grueling?
I'd say right about now. You're over halfway through the season. The aches and pains start to set in. Not being in your bed, though, that can be the toughest part.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. The guard set is Giddey and White. Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward. And so it's the 76ers getting on the board first. A floater. It's hauled in by Edwards. Here's Oubre. That one drops for him.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Now Buzelis. He had 15 points last outing. And here's Maxey. Pass to George. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from three-point range. George has got 5 now.
Calm and cool from distance. George really confident from beyond.
This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And so here is Philadelphia. Following the three-point basket by Chicago.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career, but he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
And he makes both free throws. And while Embiid was on record praising the importance of continuity, I don't know that, Richard, the 76ers front office felt the same way.
Oh, yeah. What you say out loud versus your actions can be very, very different in this game. When you have a chance to go big game hunting, you do. The goal was to bring in some help for Embiid and Maxey, and they accomplished it.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The 10-footer. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Now here's Embiid. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. Outside, George, 6 on the shot clock. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Pass to Buzelis. High post Vucevic. Embiid's there. Vucevic to the pass to Dosunmu. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Philadelphia has possession after the Bulls pick up 2. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Right wing, Buzelis, no one around him. A miss that time would have put him up. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
This defensive game plan is easy. Keeping it the same, making them change things.
Now, here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix. Back to Giddey. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. Giddey's got 6.
And not a guy who takes a ton of threes, but Giddey can knock them down if you let him.
Pass to Embiid. 1:10 left to play in the first. To stop the drought. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Vucevic. Dosunmu with it. Scoreless thus far. And it goes down 2 points.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
Maxey kicks to Edwards. Pass to Oubre for the three. And it's White with the rebound. Chicago leading by 3. Dosunmu with it. Now defended by Oubre. They grab their own miss. Here's Giddey. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
And you have to mention his impact on the defensive end. Came up with 3 timely steals in that one as well.
Oubre, good.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
There's 21 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here's Dosunmu. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Giddey with the screen on Oubre. Pass to Vucevic. Just 3 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Chicago up by 1. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook that, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Chicago leading. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well. But the results haven't been there.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Dosunmu. Kevin Huerter is out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Zach Collins. And it's Smith in at the power forward.
This is why they feed Embiid. His teammates trust his ability to get the job done.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Al Gordon. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Gordon finds Embiid. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to talk to his guys. Edwards, he's checked in for the 76ers. Paul George comes in for Kyle Lowry. Terry's checked in for Chicago. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Ball dishes to Collins. From deep, Huerter. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Huerter's got himself on the board with 3 there. Richard, how do you think the game has changed since you retired?
Well, the jump shooting teams have had more success. I think the game has changed, and it allows for more Europeans. It allows for it to be more of a global game. The less physical, the more inclusive.
Yeah, they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Outside Collins. Pass to Herter. Richard for the Bulls, just one playoff appearance in their last 7 seasons.
Look, the last 4 years under Coach Billy Donovan, they've been respectful, but with all of the injuries and all of the issues, the path to true contention is probably on the other side of a long rebuild.
Throw good, Herter. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Vucevic comes in for Zach Collins. And Buzelis subbed in for Terry.
Known as one of the game's great three-point shooters, Herter knows his role and plays it well.
Here's Grimes. He's coming off a 16-point game against Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Embiid, no good. Last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Suns. Outside, Ball. Driving in, plays it up and banks it in. Ball's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense, good at knowing when to take initiative.
Timeout.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move. Let's go.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now let's take a look at the list of players who have been absolutely lighting it up. These are the NBA scoring leaders over the last 10 games. Fifth on the list, Tyrese Maxey.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
'76ers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Embiid.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
6 to shoot. Vucevic a screen on Maxey. Giddey, no good. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Maxey sets a screen for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Smith. Now here's White. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Smith outside. Here's Buzelis. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Maxey against Giddey. Maxey passes to Embiid. Outside, George shoots over White, and it falls over the rim and in. George has got 7.
And got to be confident in that mid-range, and Paul George certainly is.
Smith kicks to Giddey. White looking around. And George gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a change for the Bulls. Dosumu's checked in. Now here's Giddey. He's got 6. Vucevic. And Vucevic throws it down.
That's just an aggressive finish by Vuce. Once he gets strong inside positioning, he's looking for the finish.
Yabusele kicks to Edwards. George against White. Nifty move. Again, Philadelphia.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
On the wing, Giddey. Over Maxey. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. 76ers lead by 4. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. And just to throw you guys a little curveball here, what's your take on the alternate floor designs teams are using these days?
It's different, that's for sure. Now, if you're watching TV, you know, it jumps out at you. But the players on the court don't even notice it.
That's because you're always looking up at everybody, Kenny. Always knew what the floor looked like.
And let's swing it back around to talk about our game. It was the Joel Embiid show in that first half.
His selections is touch phenomenal. It's the kind of shooting night some people dream about, except for me. He's doing it in real life. You know what I mean, Ernie?
Yeah, I do. Efficient, effective, and making it look effortless.
Effortless.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Bulls trail by 4. We've got Tyrese Maxey. Edwards is out there with Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. And it's George in a 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Vucevic is screen on Oubre. Here's Dosunmu. Banked in off the glass.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks he is rewarding their faith, and I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. Here's Embiid. Following the three-point basket by Chicago. The three from George. It's rebounded by Giddey. Pass to White. Giddey with the screen on George. White wide open. He fires. Off target with his three. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got his first bucket of the night.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make kind of kickstart, kind of wake them up here in this third quarter after missing their first few shots.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about.
Check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. He's one of the standouts over the last month. He's right around 17 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting two guards in the NBA. Kobe White, number one.
You know, he's just the guy you do not want to send to the line. I mean, defenders always have to think twice about initiating contact with him because of that percentage.
Now, here's Maxey. No scoring in this one. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Oubre, no one around him. No good on the triple.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
Pass to Buzelis. Here's Vucevic. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Maxey in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Here's George. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Giddey kicks to Vucevic. Right the pass to Dosunmu. And here's Vucevic, guarded by Embiid. Good D by Embiid. Philadelphia has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3.
and he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
The 76ers trail. Pass to Oubre. Here's Maxey. Giddy defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
A natural scorer who plays with a lot of energy. Maxey, he's going to have a long career.
For Philadelphia, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Your Philadelphia 76ers ENT, everybody.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Drummond's checked in for Joel Embiid. Yabusele comes in for Edwards. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Oubre. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Collins checked in for Vucevic. Smith comes in for Buzelis. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And Ball subbed in for Josh Giddey. And the first one drops.
The thing you love about Maxey is that he always has a smile when he's out there. He's enjoying himself, and he embraces the challenge that the game presents.
And so he makes both from the line.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Chicago trailing here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. White inside, defended by George. Collins setting the big for Ball. From the top of the key for 3. And again, no good by Chicago.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Maxey looking it over. And the layup is good. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Ooh, that is fierce. You want to see a player with no fear? That is Tyrese Maxey.
Now Huerter, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Ball to pass to Collins. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And the 76ers making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Phillips, he's checked in for White. Bulls trail by 3. Here's Huerter. Takes it off the glass. Huerter's got 6 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Gordon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Have to be very careful when you're guarding Gordon. He's adept at putting pressure on the defense.
The 76ers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Here's Phillips, defended by Gordon. Collins kicks to Herter. Sinks the triple. Herter's got 5 points now this quarter. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Bulls. They're up by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Exert yourself by being disciplined and focused on the right stuff. All right, good job. Boom. Let's go.
Words of praise from Billy Donovan asking them to stay locked in, make good choices.
Yeah, and when all 5 of these guys are on the same page, great things tend to happen. So let's see if that continues.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Chicago to start the fourth. They've got Kevin Herter. Collins is out there with Smith. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Phillips in at the 3 slot.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. He doesn't get the second one. The Bulls leading. Ball kicks to Herter. Lowry against Ball. Over Lowry. Ball no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Collins grabs the miss. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Chicago Bulls. Collins against Embiid. Collins passes it to Herter. No good with the layup.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Pass to Grimes. Inside. Shoots it. Assertive move by Embiid. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Paul George, he's checked in for the 76ers. And a change for the Bulls. Vucevic is checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this." Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys.
Thank you, David. Gordon against Ball.
76ers foul. Quentin Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Ball, the pass to Smith. Misses from short range. The 76ers lead. Pass to George. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And here is Ball. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Vucevic with the bucket.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Embiid with it. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got his fifth rebound in this one. Here's Ball, and the Bulls tack on two more.
Such an easy shot to miscalculate. Great confidence, though, out of Lonzo Ball.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Teams changing it up here.
Everyone, let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Maxey passes to Embiid. Shoots from 8. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's White, and the Bulls tack on two more.
And unpredictability, really one of White's strongest traits, including when pulling up on a dime. Nice.
Out to Edwards. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. On the wing, Dosunmu. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Paul George. The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Oubre. Drills the baseline jumper.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And it's Vucevic missing. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Edwards with the screen for Maxey. In the corner, George with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Seconds left in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Vucevic. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
.3 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Embiid, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Chicago, Kobe White. At the line for two.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Edwards a screen on Vucevic. Here's Embiid. Cans it to force overtime.
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. The guard set is Giddey and White. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Vucevic.
Yeah, don't make a habit of this. We've seen games where Embiid shoots 20 free throws or more. He is so good at getting himself to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
The numbers Embiid has put up over his career speak for themselves. He'll go down as one of the all-time great big men.
And Embiid drops them both.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Now here's Giddey. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And that's a spot of the floor Giddey wants to improve. Certainly puts in the work there to get better.
Line for the Bulls. Josh Giddey taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Giddey. So it's Philadelphia now. Outside Edwards. 11 feet away. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Down low. White dishes to Vucevic.
Oh, working his way inside. Vuce ready to battle for it.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Vooch doesn't get to the line as much as you would expect, but he does shoot a good number from there.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws in practice. What a cool customer.
Vucevic against Embiid. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. White goes in. Pass to Dosunmu. Giddy with the screen on it. Dosunmu offline with his 3. 76ers trailing. Here's Maxey. Off target at the rim. And for the Bulls, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Here's Giddy. Now Vucevic, guarded by Embiid. And it's Vucevic missing. And so it's Oubre with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. Maxey passes to Embiid. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Here they come. Nice round of applause for your 76ers TNT.
To the middle. From 13, count it!
Vooch, the big man, makes the biggest play of the night.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Your Sixers TNT.
so here is Philadelphia. From 13, good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
From 11 feet away, and it's Vucevic missing.
Oh, come on. Those are the looks you can't mess up. From this close inside, you got to get the job done.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Embiid inside. Vucevic on him. Embiid, no good. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Seconds left to play in the first overtime. Now Giddey to the paint. From close range. Yes!
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one,